is Edna Matsuoka, Konko Mission of Wahiawa. Thank you for joining us this morning. We will now begin our monthly service for our founder, Ikemi Konko Daijin-sama. Please join us in prayer. Kido Hairi. Mediation prayer. Please open prayer book to page 2. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikemi Konko Daijin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikemi Konko Daijin-sama, Ikemi Konko Daijin-sama, Ikemi Konko Daijin-sama, Ikemi Konko Daijin-sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine hero. We apologize for all our shortcomings and grievances from past generations. Let us amend our way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami prayer. Reverently we pray that brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenshi no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many not knowing the way are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, greatest Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity, to receive Kami's great blessing, and young the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who have suffered, and he not the dawn of day. Though years pass and the world change, he did not wake from his past, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred gift, guiding principle for our daily life. Divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of human consolidation. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way, through all the hardships of this world, through freedom of body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for the day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For we and aware of Thy favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in Your divine favor. Let us care for our seeking and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
Okay, please bow your heads in prayer.
Message prayer for the monthly service for Wahiawa Konko Rise. Wahiawa Konko Rise of Tenchi Kai no Kami-sama, a divine prayer universe. Omiya Konko Meshi Wahiawa Ayasuriano. Let us say following prayer. We gather here today for the monthly service for the Wahiawa Konko Rise on this day, March 7, 2021. Through this service, we extend our deep gratitude and acknowledgement for the divine work, contributions, and professional President K. Konko Rising, who have been sent to the world so that we Tenchi Kai no Kami, the divine universe. We solemnly acknowledge the divine Tenchi Kai no Kami revealed humanity in 1873. Tenchi Kai no Kami stated, although people live between heaven and earth, there are where Kami's blessings, shrines, temples, and houses all stand on Kami's land. Without realizing this, people cause deep injunctions, and with this respect to Kami, they suffer due to their offenses. Tenchi Kai no Kami has dedicated Konko Rising to provide blessings and teaching, so that mankind may prosper. Kami is Kami because of man, and man is not because of Kami. Both are fulfilled through this mutual relationship. Through the founding Konko Rising, we have become enlightened to equal best Tenchi Kai no Kami, a divine parent of the universe, and have enjoyed blessings in all aspects of life. We extend our deep appreciation for all the truth mediation, for the well-being of humanity and peaceful world. This divine function has been kept by the Spiritual Konko organization in the last 62 years. This year marks the 207th anniversary of the founder Konko Rising. It also marks 138 years since its departure. We extend our prayers and appreciation for the professional services for truth mediation, our fifth spirit head, Heiki Konko. We pray for his good health and continued services. We also extend our thanks to the ministers who have dedicated their life to spread the Konko pure faith at many places throughout the world. The founding minister of this church, our late Reverend Haruko Takahashi was initiated into the Konko office and able to become Konko minister through the mediation of the Reverend Masayuki Kiki Kodan of Konko Mission Home, and dedicated in her mission work in Wahiawa for 32 years since 1940. We extend our deep appreciation and heartfelt gratitude for enabling us to publish this church in the last 81 years. It is through the divine guidance and arrangements, as well as all the support and help of people who have ever established relationship with this church, and the help of all the people that meet our spirit, the Konko Mission Wahiawa has come thus far. We sincerely ask our divine parent, again, Konko Laishin, and meet our spirit to continue to help and guide us in the practice of the faith and further expansion of the Konko faith community in Hawaii. We have been trying to be mindful of any elements of blessing on divine Pyatenchi Kaino Kami, and try to respond in acknowledgement and appreciation of the blessings which we may take for granted, whether it is water we use, the food we enjoy, the air we breathe, the land we live on, natural resources we utilize, the job we have, the family property, and all of our normal body function and abilities. All elements of life are possible through the grace and love Tenchi Kaino Kami. Thank you for the blessings we have enjoyed in our personal and social lives. We try to actualize the teachings of divine Tenchi Kaino Kami and accept our presence here today, and many offerings, services, in any form, and prayers forward to you, a token of our appreciation and deep gratitude for blessing received. Let us remind ourselves that Ike Konko Life is there to help us and aid us and guide us to be able to overcome any encounter in life. Thank you for your extended perpetual prayer. When the people of the world pray to Ike Konko Life with a sincere and single heart, please fulfill whatever request they have. Please forgive our negligence and ignorance for the suchness of blessing we may fail to recognize and appreciate, and irreverence and offenses we might have committed, knowing and unknowing. Please help us to reform our hearts to be united with the heart of our divine Pyatenchi Kaino Kami. We earnestly pray that all peace and harmony will prevail through our acknowledgement of the divine message that states, "No one is aware of the blessings of heaven and earth, which enable people to live." Can Shalva people become aware of the blessing of heaven and earth, but the Konko Life is born throughout the world, with sunshine in every country without exception. We continue to extend our prayer places throughout the world that are experiencing hardship due to natural disasters, crime, poverty, famine, violence, pollution, and other elements. We also pray that the unprecedented coronavirus pandemic will get stabilized and we will be able to regain our normal lives we take for granted for all those years. Thank you. Any sign of slowing down of the pandemic due to the concern causing people's awareness, gradually available vaccinations and governmental help and any other contributing elements. The divine Pyatenchi Kaino Kami, please allow us to be service to you in helping others. Our utmost extreme thanks for the blessing we'll be able to enjoy. In concluding this service, we pray that the service is good, not end all.
Now, maybe. 一度入り。Recitation of Tenji Kakitsuke, page 6.
極み本当大臣天地金の神真に願えおかげが心にあり今月今日で頼み
Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, be happy and enjoy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. 極み本当大臣天地金の神真に願えおかげが心にあり今月今日で頼み Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow down in prayer toward earth and deep. Living under such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. In the mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous, yet our Lord is cunning. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we pray the will of Kami beyond the power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29.
青げ祭れば天高く
青げ祭れば天高く愚がみ祭れば地は厚し神の恵みに生かされる身の幸いぞありがたき若い極みの本当に次一人も隠る時のなく天地の神の守り大き近きの隔てなし神慈しみはよろずやにあまねく道で果てしなく感がからいはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日やび祭りていたすらに神の御影をたたえますらん神の秀でを仰ぎますらん一度入り一度入り
Mitama Prayer, page 12. Spirit of those who have gone before us,
You are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your plan of years. You will be remembered eternally. Your lives reach on from generation to generation, on as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the glory of the divine parent. You have amassed great merit through your faith, to take it to the world beyond, and leave to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you to stand by us each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami, and help us fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose our faith, that we may hand down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us.
日常杯 一教神殿この平切り境に恋拝差し止めるからその分に承知してくれ外家業へ出し農業へで人が願いで呼びに来戻り願いが済みまた農へでまとも呼びに来農業する間もなし来た人も町両方の差し支えに相なるなんと家業をやめてくれぬかその方42歳の年には病気でしも手を離し心配いたし神仏に願いをかけて念会いたしその時死んだと思うて欲を離して天地金の神を助けてくれ家内もご気になったと思ってくれ時折まし物にもあれ相談もなり子供を連れてぼとぼと農業をしよってくれこの方のように実に丁寧神信心いたしうる氏子が世間に何本も難儀な氏子あり問い次ぎ助けてやってくれ神も助かり氏子も立ち行く氏子あっての神神あっての氏子繁盛いたしすえずえ親にかかり子にかかり愛をかけようで立ち行く we take 70 together. Divine message received on November 15, 1859. With the completion of
the
this
sacred
staff,
staff,
I'll end your farming career. Please understand. When
When
you
you're
are out
out
farming,
farming,
the
the
person at home has to go out and call you whenever someone comes to give a request. And after you relay the request, you have to go back out again. You have to keep going in and out of the field. This gives you little time for farming, and the worshiper must also wait for you. Both you and the worshiper are being inconvenienced. Won't you stop farming? When you were gravely ill at 42, the doctor gave up hope. Everyone worried about you. You prayed to the kamis and buddhas and were blessed with complete recovery. Regard this event as your death. Dispel all desires and assist Tenchi no Kami. Also, your wife should consider herself a widow. This is better than being a real widow, as she can still talk to you and discuss matters. She should take the children with her to do the farm work. There are many people like yourself who have sincere faith in kamis but still have many problems. Help these people by performing mediation. This will help kami and save people. People exist because of kami, and kami exists because of people. Thus, kami supports people as kami children, and people support kami as their parent. There will be eternal prosperity through Ayokakyo mutual interdependency. Let's also read page 73. The Konko Faith, our creed. We believe in Tenchi no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daishin, embraced Kami's revelations and as divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our monthly service for our founder, Ikyan Konko Daijin-sama. As we read the Rikkyo Shinden just now, Konko Daijin, our founder, was an ordinary person who became like divine in the faith of Kami-sama through practicing faith. And he was an ordinary farmer. He says he was a manure carrier. And farmers back in the day, they didn't really have much respect. But through practicing faith, really, slowly but surely, just like the turtle and the hare, he was like the turtle. Slowly but surely, he practiced true conscientious faith to Kami-sama. And he became, really, he reached this level of divinity, and he was really able to communicate with the divine spirit, Tenchi no Kami. So today is a day to appreciate our founder, Konko Daijin, for teaching us the way of faith and where people can be saved. Well, anyways, I want to thank you for your help for the consecutive church events that we've had, like our impromptu President's Day garage sale, or like our Girls' Day mochi pounding, which we had last week Sunday, so we didn't have Sunday service last week. Both events were a great success. The money generated for the garage sale will go to the Wahiawa Church General Fund. And the money generated for the Girls' Day mochi pounding all of them will go to Gohonbu, the headquarters church in Okayama, Japan. The Kaido main worship hall is going through major renovation projects of like the air conditioning and like the lighting. So they need a lot of financial assist. So we'll be donating the money to Konko. And in total, we'll be donating $1,000. So yay, that's wonderful for a small church like Wahiawa to be able to do that. That's a really big okage, divine blessing. So thank you for your help. Whatever help will be good for Konko. So if you feel like donating also to the headquarters for their renovation project, feel free to do so. You can contact us for details. Anyways, today I want to talk about the important things in life. I work as a nurse in the oncology unit, and which is the cancer unit. And so of course we encounter many kinds of cancers and patients. One day one of my coworkers was mentioning how sad it was for the terminal cancer patients because there's almost no escaping death, because they're on the path to death already. They know that they're going to die in a few months. But I mentioned to my coworker, I said, yes, it's really sad and painful to know that they're reaching the end of life. But since we are humans, we are going to die one day. We never know when or how we will die, but we will die, and that's a fact. With that being said, I asked her, would you rather die knowing that death is coming in a matter of months, so at least you can prepare for your grand departure? Or would you rather choose to die suddenly without any warning or planning? Think about that. I could sense that my coworkers who are listening were in deep thought, because I guess they never thought about that. And I mean, whoever thinks about their death, have you ever pondered like when you will die or how you're going to die, at what age you're going to die? Will it be painful? Will I be content at the end of my life? All those things. I think about those things because I guess, it's a bit morbid, but it's because I encounter patients who go through these kind of things, cancer, illness, accidents, and at any kind of age, young or old, it happens. So I thought, oh, wow, this could happen to anybody. You're never supposed to think, oh yeah, good for him, good for her, because hey, it could happen to you. Yeah, it could happen. Life is very unpredictable, so we have to be appreciative every moment of our lives. Hey, we could drop dead while we're putting on makeup, or while we're brushing our teeth, or we could get into a car accident while driving, or while walking across the street, we could get hit by a car. We never know. I'm not trying to scare you. But what I do want to emphasize is that every day is like a game of Russian roulette. That's what my mom always says. Every day is like Russian roulette. You never know if we're going to make it out alive though. You are 99.99% likely going to be alive at the end of the day today. But there's that 0.001% chance that maybe your body will be wrapped up in a white vinyl body bag and placed into the morgue's refrigerator at the end of the day. Hey, we never know. People get diagnosed with cancer, heart disease, lung problems, and all kinds of diseases, and they put so much effort and thought into their disease, you know what I mean? And so much thought into the possibility that they're going to die from that cancer that they have, or their heart condition, or their lung condition. So they try to eat healthy, they try to exercise, and try to prevent death from coming prematurely. All the while, they don't appreciate all that is still going well with them, you know what I mean? If our lives made up 10 fingers on our hands, and their cancer or their heart condition is makes up maybe 2 fingers, 8 of their fingers are still perfectly fine, They have a roof over their head, they have money to pay the bill, they have a family and friends that they care about, they have food to eat, their body functions well. There's so many materialistic possessions too, their favorite car or whatever. So many things that they can still be thankful for, yet they focus their attention on these 2 that are not going well for them. And they put so much thought and effort into these 2 things that are going wrong, yet completely being oblivious of the 8 that are still going perfect. They have, so there isn't a single human being out there in this world that was born wanting to be born. Everyone came into this world as a divinely blessed miracle. So no matter how short or how long somebody's life was, all of it, all that life that came into this world as a blessing. So we are born amidst divine blessings, and live amidst divine blessings, and die amidst divine blessings. Edna Sensei says that every time during his sermons and during his main pastoral prayers. So people think dying is a curse, and it's the worst thing that any living thing that has to encounter eventually. But it's not. People die only because they have received the blessings of having a life. You can't die unless you've had a life. So you gotta pay attention to the life that you had and be appreciative of that. Dying is because you have had a life. Always be grateful. So life and death go hand in hand. So dying is also within the realms of blessedness. The cause of human suffering and not being able to accept death is due to our ignorance of the blessings we receive on a moment-to-moment basis from the universe. If we could truly understand the benevolent nature of Kami-sama, and we would not think of anything as a suffering, and even death can be something to be appreciative about. There's a Konko teaching that I would like to share. Everyone knows the names and causes of illnesses, but no one knows the cause of receiving divine blessings. You should seek the cause of blessings instead of the cause of illnesses. Gorikai 3, Jinkyu Goroku number 34. Behind every person's illness, there are blessings left unmentioned and unacknowledged. People may go to the shrines and temples and asking the deities for a cure. That's not a bad idea, because it usually takes an illness or a big accident for people to wake up and seriously face their heart to Kami-sama. But usually after they receive their blessing, which they do, they forget the blessings that they received. And they just forget about Kami-sama. A great thing to do is to go to the shrines and temples to give appreciation instead for all that is going well for you and all the blessings you've been receiving from Kami-sama. Kami-sama is well aware of what you're troubled with. Kami-sama knows what's deep in your heart, what you want in your life. So your needs will already be taken care of if you can be appreciative. You don't have to worry. In the meantime, try to be kind to each other. Help each other out and don't leave a bad impression on earth. A few days ago, I was cleaning up my desktop in my room, my computer room, because it was so messy. I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't write my newsletter because it was so messy. So I found messages written on these cardstock material, and it was written by our wedding guests back in 2016. We left these cards on every guest table and a 10, and people who had time wrote a little message for us, the newlywed couple, on advice to a happy marriage. So I was reading through it and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize people wrote this, and then it was really interesting. And I found 3 exact same messages. So 3 different people wrote the exact same message. And what the message read was, don't go to sleep mad. Don't go to sleep mad. How many of you have done that? I have. It feels terrible. So any kind of conflict, I like to resolve before I go to sleep so I can have peace of mind. Because you don't want to go to sleep mad and never wake up. Or have your partner or your family member that you were mad at not wake up. What if they don't wake up the next morning and you were mad at them? You're going to regret this for the rest of your life. Always try to resolve conflict before you go to bed. And if you still can't get it off your chest, pray to Kami-sama, call a church, call sensei, and try to resolve it before you go to bed. Never go to sleep mad. Day in and day out, give thanks for everything. Pray throughout your day for others, for yourself, even for your haters. Because in the end, it's all about the relationship you have between Kami-sama. Nothing else really matters. Establish your personal relationship with Kami-sama, the life force, by connecting with Konko Daijin, who is our Yoda in Konko-kyo. Enhance your spirit every day. Practice faith every day by accepting all challenges as a way to strengthen your spirit. Don't complain. Through becoming a Konko faith guru, you'll be able to attain an inner level of happiness and gratitude and peace that cannot be bought with money. People tell themselves that they will be happy for the rest of their lives if they could get that one car they've always wanted, or win the Powerball lottery, or obtain any other materialistic possessions. But in reality, the happiness is only short-lived. Because when you are stripped of your material possessions, if you are stripped of your Ferrari, if you are stripped of that beautiful house, if you are stripped of your luxury clothes and your designer handbags, your sense of self-worth will be so low. You'll be like, what am I? Who am I? Don't tie yourself with tangible items. Cultivate your spirit. By cultivating the core essence of Konko, one can be happy and grateful with whatever they already have. Taking vitamin supplements and herbal remedies is useless unless your heart is grateful. I see patients trying to do all these healthy things, trying to extend their life, like doing essential oils, eating organic only foods, and trying herbal remedies. All the while they're critical. They complain about the hospital food, saying that hospital food sucks. They take one bite of it and they say, ugh, I can't eat this crap. They constantly want this and that, and they call so many times and they complain to the staff and the doctor. How are you supposed to heal? How is your cancer supposed to get better when all you do is complain? If your heart is not in balance with the heart, the great life force, all your remedies will be meaningless. There's no greater medicine than to have a grateful, appreciative heart. A heart that realizes that they are blessed is the beginning of divine blessings. So, beginning March 11 this year, not beginning, but March 11 this year, that's in 4 days. It will mark the 10 years since the Tohoku earthquake, that great earthquake that happened in Japan. People lost everything. You saw these beautiful brand new houses just being washed away and destroyed completely. All that they had were their own lives and the dirty clothes that they had on their backs. I think there was a sake, I believe it was a sake company. I'm not sure if it was sake or shoyu. One of those companies, I can't remember, I'm so sorry. I saw this little documentary a while ago. There was this company in Japan that got destroyed completely by that tsunami and earthquake. But as the owner was checking out the general area of where his factory used to be, he was sad because he lost everything. He was looking through the rubble and he found one little test tube, a glass test tube that was intact, and in it contained the spores of the yeast, the special yeast that they used to brew their sake. I think it was sake. Yeah. So when he found that, he was so happy. It was a glimmer of hope for him. With that tiny test tube of spores, he was able to reestablish his brand new sake shop again with the same qualities, or even maybe better qualities as before. So with strong spiritual muscles, he must have been a man with strong spiritual muscles. With strong spiritual muscles, you can still be grateful in any situation, even like these people who lost everything. You can save your heart, and that's the power of practicing faith. So I recommend you to practice faith on a daily basis. Cultivate your inner spirit, strengthen your spirit, and really make your connection to Kami-sama, to Konko Daijin, stronger. And you'll really see the benefits of doing so. You'll really be living a happier, more meaningful life, I believe. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Wahiawa, good morning. Thank you for joining today's service. As I was listening to Edna Sensei's speech, I remember one thing about departure, death. Reverend Kurito Takayuki, Konko Church of in Osaka, advocate the concept of Kami agari, Kami agari, Kami-sama agari, Kami agari. Depart maybe in accordance with Kami-sama's will, Kami agari. It's a new concept. Kami agari means when we get engaged in Konko faith practice and pray to Kami-sama and ask when we are going to die, depart, Kami-sama tells us the day we're going to die. This can be kind of scary, but actually this kind of thing did happen in the past. When I came over here over 44 years ago. Soon after that, I received a magazine from headquarters church. And in the magazine, I found interesting episode about the Reverend Kitaro Nakamura of Soeda Church in Fukuoka. It's a very vivid story. He was told when he is going to die, Kami-sama. On a specific day, they're going to die. Kami-sama told him. So he prepared for his own death. He prepared his silent prayers for his departure and be ready to die at any moment. And actually, he did die on the very day Kami-sama told, maybe later on. Actually, I met his grandson, grandson, 2 years ago at another church. And I asked him about his grandfather's death. He was told on that specific day he's going to die. Actually, he said, he actually said, なかなか死なんの. Actually, he did not die on the very specific day. But near that date, Kami-sama predicted he departed. So this could have maybe Nakamura Sensei had achieved Kami-sama. He died in accordance with Kami-sama's will. So this can happen. So, but we have to pray to Kami-sama. We need to practice this. Then Kami-sama tell us we are going to die. But we have to ask Kami-sama, when are you going to die? But actually the founder said, do not prepare for your death, but try to live. Even at the moment of grave situation, do not think of dying, but try to live. This is his, the founder, Konko-sama's message. And actually, Konko-sama, the founder, was introduced into the world after death for 3 days. But he never expressly showed what he has shown in death and in the world after death. He never said anything about this. But he was exposed to this world for 3 days. If Konko-sama told us the world after death, maybe Kongo-kyo could have changed. I don't know. So it's very interesting. And Konko-sama also said, death is like sleep. So do not afraid they are dying. When we have some worries before we die, we cannot avoid every single day. If we have many trouble in our heart, many worries, we can enjoy sleep. We can enjoy peaceful sleep. So if we do something wrong, agonies while we live, or depression could also be an agony. Many people think after we die, we become one with Kami-sama. We become Kami-sama. But this is not so true. Konko-sama said, if you do not become a Kami, but you are alive, how could you be a Kami after you die? So you have to become a Kami-sama before you die. Death is not a kind of system that anybody that can be changed into a Kami-sama. So we should be prepared to die as a Kami-sama. So it's very interesting. So anyway, these are my response to the message given by Edna Sensei. And one thing about the founders is, founder is an ordinary person, just ordinary person, ordinary farmer in Edo period, Edo period. But the extraordinary about this person is he became a Kami-sama, most trusted person by Kami-sama. This is a very extraordinary person. So in a sense, anybody can become like Konko-san, the founder, through practice of this. So he emphasized practice faith. And actually, Konko-sama never give up practicing faith, even though he encountered many problems. He experienced 7 deaths in the families. If we encounter this kind of situation, I don't believe Kami-sama. This may be the average people's response. I'd like to introduce one message from Konko-sama, the founder, to Fukushima Gihe. When it was almost autumn in 1877, I went to the Hiromai Konko-sama told me about his life. The story about the 7 graves that had to make was deeply moving. A person from Bison was also worshipping at the same time. He offered a folded envelope and requested closing mediation. Without touching the envelope, Konko-sama directed, "Take this home." He went before the altar to give prayers. Soon his face turned red and said, "What do you think of offering to Kami-sama? Kami does not take offerings without disregard. Return 10,000 times as much. You must not give offerings to Kami thinking that it is wasteful." Then he turned around and said, "Gihe, don't you agree? Man is man because of Kami, and Kami is Kami because of man." Returned to his meditation desk and continued with the story he was telling, taken from the Bodhikai number 2 of Fukushima Gihe, number 16. Sometimes Konko-sama states such a stern message, but there could be some truth. Anyway, thank you very much for joining today's service. ありがとうございました。
池上本校大臣天地金の神真に願い、これらは心にあり、今月今日で頼み。池上本校大臣天地金の神真に願い、これらは心にあり、今月今日で頼み。
It's just water, right? It'll be okay.
Is there an electrical plug over there?
Not really. 黄色いのくださいですね。いい感じ。してる？直切ってね。どうして？なんていらないの？あ、そういうこと。 でもこれから読んでない。これから4時間下げてる。
違います。
そしてあとでさっきのボトルの人がありがとうございます。そうよ。簡単にしてね。Sorry, we've been experiencing a water spill from the water base, so yeah, we'll resume now. Sorry about that.
Page 61, look at number 3. Page 61, number 15.
Number 15. I'll read. Number 15. Now as in the past, and regardless of how many millennia pass, people and the grains they eat will not disappear. The seeds will continue to grow. 16. Any amount of money and material wealth is useless if you are unable to eat. To be able to eat in good health is what makes a person rich. 17. Kami receives your thoughts even though you do not voice them.
17.
18.
18. If the whole family is kind and practices faith, their hearts will be in unison and all will be able to receive divine blessings. If the parents and children's hearts are not in harmony, the family will not receive divine blessings.
19. You must not have any doubts about your recovery. You came here to be cured. From today, believe that you will gradually recover. 20. You need not go to all the trouble to practice faith at specific places when you can practice faith in your own home.
21. Those people say that there's commies and birds.
Use birds.
Animals are messengers. Tenchi Kainu Kami. That's not. Kami's messenger is performed by using people. Kami's children as messengers. Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning, おはようございます。ただいまから歌を4つ歌わせていただきます。We're going to sing 4 songs. よろしくお願いいたします。入りました。Page 57. 信心の栄光。
He
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, still within my heart. Still I know, even as far as heart can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light, coming from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward in our heads and high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the praise of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. When my down are ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm narrow, my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, sweethearts, together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, radiant light, coming from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the praise of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the praise of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Please take care. でした。失礼しました。
天地がですけど、義阿弥文法大円天地
の神主に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。義阿弥金光大円天地界の神主に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。 thank you again for joining us today for our service. Just quick announcements. The March newsletter is ready for viewing on our website. If you would like to be added to our email mailing list, please email me or message me on Facebook Messenger. Anyways, announcements. This month on Sunday, March 21 at 10 a.m. we will have our Spring Memorial Service. At 10 a.m. we will stream on live, Facebook Live, and we'll have in-person service as well. So if you want to attend, feel free to do so. And just wear a mask. And we will, my mom will prepare some like a light Naorai fellowship lunch. So yeah, and kind of like social distance. So if you can join us too, that would be wonderful. Oh no. Oops, sorry. And later on in June, we'll have a summer barbecue, K-Make summer barbecue on June 12th, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And also on July 17th, Saturday, we'll have a K-Make Zoom conference 2021. It'll be on Zoom. So anyway, the details are over here. It's really small lettering, but if you can join us too, let me know. And for this event, we created t-shirts. Kokoro Kubari t-shirts is called. And I have it on a Teespring website. And the link is over here on the newsletter. It's really small, but I also posted a link on our Facebook page. If you like to order Konko shirts, I made, I think, about 28 designs from babies, women, children, men, and even leggings. If you like to order them, you can do so on Teespring. And any profit generated will go towards the headquarters renovation project. So any support will be much appreciated, and you can rock Konko shirts in style. So yeah, your support will be greatly appreciated. Anyways, you have a wonderful week. Thank you again for joining us. Bye-bye.